Hey guys, welcome back to the Outdoor Pursuit. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 simple modifications you can make to the Whopper Plopper and your fishing gear that will put the odds in your favor so you can land more fish on the bank. So stick around. Oh, he's big. There is no doubt about it that the Whopper Plopper catches fish right out of the box without making modifications. There is no question about that. It's tried and tested and it works. It's unique design with a heavier front end and that tail spinning in the back. As it runs through the water, it goes nose first, making that unique sound at the back end there. Very unique, and it does catch fish. However, it doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement. Modification number 1 is to the line tie-in, specifically adding a swivel at the tie-in. One of the main issues with the Whopper Plopper is its tail. If you get a blade of grass stuck in between the body and the tail, the whole bait will stop working. It will not have its unique movement of the tail and plop down the water as you reel it in. What happens is once something is stuck in between there, this whole bait starts body rolling on you. And as you reel it in on a long cast, especially on a long cast, as you reel it in, it'll start body rolling on you and it'll create line twist at the other end. And that's a big no-no. We don't want that, right? So one of the fixes that I have here is to add a split ring and a swivel at the other end. And what that does, that creates independent movement at the tie-in and the bait. So if the bait stops working and starts body rolling on you, the tie-in will remain static. There won't be any movement there, which will not create line twist. As far as the split ring and the swivel that I use a Spro power swivel and a Owner Hyperwire split ring in the number 4 size. That combination works well for any size of Whopper Plopper. Modification number 2, change out your hooks. No doubt about it, this bait will catch a fish right out of the box. However, when I was fishing it, I was missing a lot of fish. Fish will strike it, but I was not landing that fish. And I think the problem was with my hooks, stock hooks that come with it. And so what I started doing is I started changing out the hooks. The stock hooks that come with the standard Whopper Plopper are heavier gauge treble hooks. And I don't think I was getting hook penetration past the barb. So when I was reeling in the fish and I had a fish on, as soon as they jump and move their head, snap their head, my bait would come off. And as soon as I started changing out the hooks to a higher grade, higher quality hook, I started landing more fish. As far as the treble hooks that I use Gamakatsu treble hooks. In particular, these are the Gamakatsu EWG treble hooks. For the 110 size, I will use a number 2 Gamakatsu treble hook. And for the smaller 90 and the 75, I will use a number 4 EWG treble hook. Modification number 3, and it's not really a modification, but a tip for you guys, involves your rod. One of the problems that guys have with the Whopper Plopper is that they fish it on a rod that's too heavy, too stiff, and it's got a fast action. I only fish 2 sizes of the Whopper Plopper. I fish a 110 and the 90. Maybe I'll drop down to the 75. And you remember, the Whopper Plopper is a trebled hook bait, just like a crankbait. So you need that softer tip and that bend towards the middle of the rod. Now, for the 110 size, I will fish it on a medium, heavy, moderate action. That moderate action will give me that softer tip and give me that parabolic bend towards the middle of the rod that'll help me pin the bait into the fish for the 110. Now for the 75 or the 90, I will fish it in a medium, fast action or moderate action rod. That again gives me that softer tip that helps me pin those trebles into the fish's mouth. Guys, the Whopper Plopper out of the box is a great bait. It'll catch you fish, and it's a simple bait to use. I think it's a great beginner bait because all you do is you cast it out, chuck it out there, and you retrieve it. Just a steady retrieve. That's all you have to do. You don't have to twitch your rod. You don't have to snap it. I mean, you can alternate your speed, but for all intents and purposes is a cast out and a retrieve, and you'll catch fish. But these modifications that I am recommending, including the tip on the what rod to use, will increase the odds for you guys to catch more fish. It worked for me, and so I think it'll work for you guys. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That helps me put out more content for you guys. Comment below, let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations for the Whopper Plopper, man, put them in the comments. That'll help the community. Until then, we'll see you next time.